All right, guys, let's get into our player props for this weekend slate. I'm going to go ahead and start. We're going to do these on prize picks because they have the lines out and FanDuel doesn't. My Cowboys versus the Vikings. Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson last week. Incredible plays all the time. He's the best receiver in the NFL. I'm going to take his over 95.5. He's hit it like 5 of the last 6 weeks, over 100 yards. So that seems like a lock to me. Let's go with Trey next.
All right, I liked all those picks.
Yeah.
If you look at the trends on them, they all had pretty good trends. The first one that I'm going to go with today is I'm going to go Matt Ryan under on his passing yards of 228 and a half. The Eagles allow the second lowest passing yards per game, and the Colts don't have very many weapons. They basically just got Michael Pittman Jr. and that's it. And I think the Eagles are going to shut Pittman Jr. down, so I think they're going to struggle to pass the ball. So I'm going to go under the 228 and a half. And then my next one is going to be Jesse's favorite player, Dak Prescott, over 250 and a half. If you look at it, the Vikings allow the fourth most passing yards at 262.9 a game. So even if the Vikings give up their average to an above average quarterback with CD Lamb, with Schultz, with Gallup, 250 and a half should be easy. So I'm going to go over on Dak Prescott's passing yards. And then lastly, I'm going to go with maybe the rookie of the year, but I'm going to say he's going to struggle today. I'm going to go with Dameon Pierce under 80 and a half rushing yards. The Commanders allow the second fewest rushing yards at home at 78.8 per game. That is so low. The Commanders love to stop the run. And the Texans love to run the ball, so it's going to be a battle on Sunday. So I'm going to go under 80 and a half for Dameon Pierce. And those are my 3 player props.
Yeah, I like those. I want to point out to everybody watching, Dak Prescott's not my favorite player. I don't even know if I like the guy. So, Teats, let's move on to your player picks.
So we can go ahead and just start back with Pierce real quick because I'm going the opposite of Trey. I'm going to take his over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he gets fed the ball so many times every game, and I know that the Commanders' defensive line is so stout, and I think they just got Chase Young back, if I read correctly from earlier this week. So it's only getting like so much better. But dude, if he gets 25, 30 carries, 80 and a half yards, I think he gets it. Like that offense has nothing other than him, but I think 80 and a half yards is very doable, even against a very strong rushing defense. The other one, I'm looking at the Colts game. Give me Jonathan Taylor. I'm taking all over on these rushing yards, 85 and a half. Jeff Saturday, let him just unleash against the Raiders.
That is a pretty low number because we all do expect the Colts to run the ball a lot this game.
A lot.
Carries last week, yeah.
So 85 and a half, he hasn't hit it a whole lot recently, but that last game, 147 yards, that just shows what he can do when given the volume. And I'm looking at the Bears game, and I'm not looking at Justin Fields. I'm looking at David Montgomery, over 61 and a half rushing yards. So Khalil Herbert, he's on the IR. I don't think Travis Ebner is going to be taking many snaps from him realistically. So it's really going to be, is Justin Fields going to be running for 140 every week and taking some away from David Montgomery, or is Montgomery going to get his, typical 15 to 25 carries a game to get himself into the 100-yard status?
Yep.
Hey, I think David Montgomery should produce. Because like you said, Ebner's not going to take away very many carries from him, and the Bears love to run the ball. So 61 and a half should be doable for him. I like that.
Bears do love to run the ball. That seems like a low number for Montgomery, so I like that pick as well, Teats.